Going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Journey Podcast. We have a little different setup today. We're doing this in different states, and we didn't want to do the Zoom thing, because the quality is shit. And we have all this equipment, so it's like, why not do it, to the best of our capabilities? What's going on, cuz? From Miami.
Yeah, bro. No, this is actually this might you were saying this might be our most aesthetic podcast yet. Like I'm looking at my frame right now, and I'm as cinematic as it gets.
Yeah, this is like the first time I've done, something like this with the the monitor. Got like the real like streamer look going right now.
Right. Yeah, bro. I mean, it's actually pretty crazy that we're doing this, bro, because you and I are both fucking. It's just, bro, we're as on the fly as it gets,
Yeah.
Every time we have a conversation recently, it seems like every time we have a conversation, it seems like, yo, bro, hold up 1 second. Yo, let me call you back. Oh, this happened. It's like even like as we're starting the podcast, like, my roommate Jay walks in.
Yeah, with the fucking dick the size of the
Yeah, bro, it's just it's crazy, man. Honestly, it's been feeling a little bit lately that
That's all meant to be. It's meant to be.
Well, no, it feels like it's meant to be, but it really feels like it's like hard to like.
To stare at a girl's ass for a period of time.
No, it's not that, bro. Dude, this isn't the podcast for that. This is how would I say? It's hard to fucking just stand.
Yeah. No, yeah. I just think I mean like you were saying, like every time, we speak, whatever, it's always like, yo, 1 sec, or like, and we spoke the other night about just how it's just very hard to kind of just settle down and just kind of take a moment, but then when we do, we're always feeling like we need to do something. And like, I don't know, that's why I really think, we, as cliche as it is, it's not even like cliche, but like, so many people now talk about like mental health, right? And like, not that we have mental health issues, but it's like super important to keep your mental health sane, and take care of that. Like when people think about health, they only really relate it to the body. And health, I mean, like your mind is your health. And if you treat your mind like what if someone told you like, yo, you can only have this one car for the rest of your life, or this one house, or this one apartment, you could only have one for the rest of your life. How much maintenance would you give to it? Like how well would you treat it? You got to think about that with your mind. Like we only have one for our entire lives. So if we're not going to treat it like it's that precious and it means that much to us, because clearly it does, and it dictates, pretty much our day-to-day lives and what we think and how we feel and then how our body responds to it as well. I mean, that's like the most important thing.
My bad if I fucked your clip up, bro. I had to get you in the headphones because, bro, I was trying to remain engaged in the conversation, and you're like fucking
No, you're
like 6 feet away. But anyway, go on, bro.
No, you're good. Yeah, no, that was really it. Like I was just kind of just talking about how important, your mind is, because we only get one, and it's like if you don't pay attention to it and you don't, have maintenance and have times to just kind of check out and not always be super locked in on everything and just feel that pressure all the time, like you're going to burn out eventually. So, I mean, it's good to kind of just relax sometimes. Like I told you, like, bro, I had like I just felt like just so at ease the other day when like I really didn't have much responsibility. Like I woke up, made breakfast, went to the gym, had a good workout, like went and played some golf, like, and I just felt like, wow, like I haven't had this in a long time, and it just felt good, So like you need those like just days to just give your mind, a break.
Yeah, man, bro, it really is kind of crazy that you said that, because I've accomplished so much in the past year, like things that some people dream of, something that I dreamed of, 2, 3, 4 years ago. It's not even something that I necessarily even thought that I would have wanted, but if you interviewed me 4 years ago and were like, yo, Jake, in 4 years your life is going to look like this, I'd say, fuck yeah, like let's go. Like living in Miami, filming for all these influencers, flying across the country, going to exclusive, restaurants, and above all, like doing it like with like great friends. Like that's the I guess more wholesome element of the entire thing. But although if you were to ask me 4 years ago, if you were to tell me 4 years ago that my life would be this way, and I'm assuming that I would have gotten really excited. In the past, 2 years of actually being in it, in the past like year essentially of like really being in it, like in like, and when I say in it, I mean like I guess like the accomplishments of it, because like I've had like incredible wins, and I really feel like because I haven't been paying too much attention to my mind, because like bro, you and I both know that like 2 years ago I was super on like the spiritual shit, very very much into it. I was very happy with close to nothing, just learning filmmaking, just sitting in my studio every day, honestly doing the same thing every day. The only thing that like I guess the thing that really made me the most happy was the ability to get better at my craft. And I'm assuming because I was taking care of my mind while I was learning all of the filmmaking, it really allowed me to be in the present moment. And I think that's one thing that I kind of want to stress right now. And I'm speaking really slow because I'm fucking tired. But one thing that I want to stress right now is that's something that I think I took for granted this entire past year. And I've been so consumed with the accomplishments, and I've sacrificed the present moment. And if you sacrifice the present moment, you can't even enjoy the accomplishments.
Yeah.
Because the time to enjoy your accomplishment is like, and I've done this. The time to enjoy your accomplishment is like when you're sitting on a beach in a lawn chair and you're listening to music and you get to like think about all of the amazing things that you've done and just feel peaceful. If I sit on the beach right now, what it looks like inside my head is, oh, you have this video to edit, you have this person to get back to, you need to do this type of revision, taxes are coming up, yo, it's Q4, you got to go harder, yo, by the way, you have a podcast with Zach tonight at 10 p.m. after doing this full day of shoots. I can go on and on and on and on with things. So for me, bro, the whole point of me going off on this 4-minute, I guess like monologue, and like I appreciate you for being patient with me, because like I know that it's definitely slow, although I know I can salvage a dope clip out of it. That's been the problem right there, right? It's been, I just said it. I know that I can salvage a dope clip out of something, which puts me in the future, when if I was in the present, I would just be focused on the conversation, and that would lead to a better clip in the future. There's this quote, man. It's like, the quote is I don't know the exact quote, but I'm sure I do if it wasn't this late at night. The quote is something, it has something to do with like, the future always comes through the present. So the best way to prepare for the future is to be present. And that's one thing, for if this is something that I post as a clip, it's one thing that I would like to stress, to anyone watching is I've achieved so fucking much. I'm not done achieving. But I will say that it's been hard to enjoy the achievements because I've been so focused on the achievements themselves, which put me in like a future state of mind. And you probably could be a lot happier with a lot less if you were actually just present. So imagine achieving things and being able to be present. how dope would that fucking be? So
Yeah, I
that's it,
mean,
baby.
I think, we speak about it a lot, and obviously we've both read The Power of Now, and that's really all that is just being in the present moment. Like, I mean, I remember this one part that I always took out of that book when, it was like there's really no such thing as time, and like a time is a man-made thing. So they were like, if you asked a bird or a tree or a lion, like, yo, what time is it? They'd be like,
Right.
now. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What time is it? Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean? It's right now. And that's majority of how creatures live, other than like the domesticated animals, like dogs, like when you go to sleep, they go to sleep. But bro, like wild animals, like they don't live on time. Like they just be, like they're just living like every single moment. And I mean, I guess, from the beginning of, I guess, human time, I'm sure that's how they lived as well, Like, sure, there was probably some type of routine, but bro, they just live in the moment. And when like good things happen, they happen, And obviously there could be the other end of that, which is bad things. And I think you always got to just remember, everything, like, everything will pass, I think it
Yeah.
was Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks talked about it where he was like, this too shall pass, and it's cool to be happy and be happy in that moment, but it's not good to prolong it, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of times, I mean, I do it myself, and I'm not sure if you do it, like when everything is just going well, and everything just seems like you can't, like nothing can go wrong, there's just like that part in the back of your mind that's like looking around like, nah, like shit is going too good right now. Like something's about to fuck up. And,
Yeah.
and I feel like when you have those thoughts in your mind, like you kind of, manifest them into your life. Like, and that's why you got to just enjoy it. 'Cause like, hey, like, a storm is coming, but I'm gonna be ready for it. And when that storm comes, that too shall pass. So it's like you got to just kind of just ride the wave, and that's kind of how we lived, for a while, and that I feel like that's what we're still continuing to do. Is just ride the wave.
Yeah, bro. I mean, dude, it's the thing that makes any like high performer really great is their performance. And in order to perform at a high level, you need to be completely fucking solidified in the now, you know? And I think that's what, riding the wave is. I think that I mean, it's gonna sound fucking stupid, but bro, you can't ride a wave if you're worrying about your fucking taxes. You can't ride a wave if you're worrying about falling off of the wave. You can't ride a wave if you're worrying about what other people are going to think about you if you fall off of the wave. The only real way to ride the wave is to just shut the fuck up internally and beast that wave. And like, obviously that's a metaphor, but I think that's how it really should be in any aspect of your life. Business is odd because business, like, it's easy for me to ride a wave if I'm boxing because you're in a fight. It's a little dangerous. It's physical. We've always been great at riding waves physically. Like, for instance, I ride a motorcycle, and riding a motorcycle, bro, if you really think about it, is actually like pretty fucking hard because all four of your limbs are doing something. Your left hand is your fucking clutch. Your right hand is your throttle and your front brake. Your right foot is your rear brake, and your left foot is your shift lever. And you're leaning, and you're using your eyes. Yeah, like, and if you're Jay Austen, you're doing fucking wheelies. But the whole point of me saying that is that if you really think about it, bro, like there's no way while doing a physical activity, especially a dangerous one, that you even have time to think. It's purely reaction based. And
That's why people love that shit, bro.
that's why I love that shit. That's why, bro, I think that's the point of life. We had a whole conversation. We had a whole fucking conversation, you and I, with RJ, about life. One of the best ways to be happy is to let go of time and be
Yeah,
so
love.
consumed. Love, yeah. And And the thing that I'm kind of struggling right now with, which I will soon be able to beast and be able to help other people with this, is how do you get in a flow state in business when so much of business is mental and not physical? It's a different thing, bro. It just takes repetition.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, yeah, I do business with training, and obviously I have clients, and I have to, make deals and close deals and do all things like that. But I think more so of achieving something successful in business is that's like a dream. Like, your dream is to, be an entrepreneur and do these things and,
Right.
and, make the most money as you can. So then you have the most amount of time and freedom. So, but I feel like the one thing that separates a lot of people is so many people have dreams, but they think they're so far away. They start to have a belief system in their mind that those dreams are like almost unattainable. And then
Yeah.
if you can kind of bring that back and tell yourself like, yo, I'm one phone call, I'm one meeting, I'm one person, I'm one moment away from reaching those dreams, bro, like you'll start to understand and start to see the things around you like, oh, like I'm actually pretty close. And I think that's the main thing is people get like their eyes get big when they really think of their dream. Like they'll talk about it, and people will think about it, but when it actually comes to like close to reality, people are like, oh shit, like they don't believe in themselves. Like that's the number one thing, is the belief in yourself that you can do it, and then I feel like the rest will follow.
I don't know what that is like. Yeah, I'm just in a different place, bro. I almost feel like I can't even necessarily relate to people that aren't able to push through adversity when things get tough. I can't even speak on it because I wasn't even like. I will say, like, honestly, bro, I've been pretty blessed with quitting isn't even an option. I can acknowledge that. Like I don't know if I learned that. Maybe I learned it through life experience or my parents, or it was like some type of subconscious thing. But yeah, bro, I don't even feel like I could have an intelligent enough conversation about what people go through when they can't follow their dreams. Because to me, it's like, I don't think I would even be able to enjoy life if there wasn't a dream to follow.
Yeah.
Andrew,
Yeah.
like, I think like, in order to enjoy life, like, it has to be meaningful. And what I mean by meaning, it's not like, oh, I have this thing that I really love and then I go do it. Yeah, pursuit of happiness, but like meaning to me is deep, bro. Like meaning has a lot of depth to it. Meaning is like, I want to fucking climb Mount Kilimanjaro. I want to fucking run Ironmans. I want to play a professional sport. I want to start a huge business. I want to have a Jake Moscato Tower in New York City. I want, like, and I understand that's not everyone's goal, and I'm not saying that it has to be. But I can't necessarily relate to people that don't want to achieve anything worthwhile. And I think part of the reason why, like, bro, we shoot a podcast. It's not about ass and tits. We almost get too deep to a fault because it's not even relatable. So it can't even touch the fucking algorithm.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I was thinking that, right? But then I keep continuing to get messages from random people that be like, yo, I love your podcast. Like this week I've had 2 people reach out to me saying they want me to be on their podcast from seeing the clips on the TikTok, you know? So like I think bro, there is a lot of people out there like us. We just got to like they just got to see it. Like we just got to
Right.
find them. Like there is a huge crowd of people that do think like us, but you just got to find them. And, you know, the majority of TikTok isn't that, but there is a large crowd of people. So like that's why I'm just going to stay consistent with it. But
I
like
love that.
kind of in regards to that, like I wanted to talk to you about the idea of free will, because I know we've spoke about that before, and I had
Yep.
this thought the other day when I was driving, and I was like, I think I've kind of I've came to like the understanding of my idea of free will. So I believe there is free will in the decisions that you make, but I believe that there is whatever it is, God or the universe has a plan for you, but there is 1,000 plans. So just think of like in front of you, there's 1,000 lines, 1,000 roads that you can follow. And depending on the decisions you make, that dictates where you end up. So like whatever the universe throws at you, you have the free will in the decision of what to do when you see those signs or get that intuition. So I do believe in free will to a certain extent, but I do believe like there is a strategic plan for every person like on this earth. Like, but if you can see it, because there's so many times you can just like shun those signs away and not even look at them and pay them no mind, and then you wonder, you know, why certain things didn't come to fruition in your life. And if you really sit down and, you know, look at the bigger picture, I mean, bro, I see signs every single day. And then I question myself and I'm like, yo, like, if I don't go and do this, am I going to regret this 3 years from now? Because I know that I'm seeing this for a reason. Like, there's certain things that just come in your life. Like, it's not coincidental. It's not just irony all the time. Like, bro, like, that's the universe, God, whatever you believe in, dropping that shit right in front of you and saying, like, here is what I think you should do. Now it is your free will to decide what you do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. To me, it really is sad because I believe the exact same thing. I believe that there is such a thing as free will, but I also do believe that God or the universe or whatever has a very clear, specific, glorious paths for you. Everybody in the world has some type of talent or some type of skill set. And so, like, I don't think anyone in the world is meant to be I don't think anyone in the world is meant to work at the cash register at 7-Eleven. And I don't want to be a dick because I'm not. I don't want to be a dick, but I know, like, lately I've been coming across as a dick on social media. I'm actually, like, more so trying to be empowering about it. Is that, like, that 7-Eleven, like, it's just a man-made. It's like how would I say it? The case that I'm trying to make, bro, is that I personally know majority of people that I come across in my everyday life. I would say 9 out of 10 people are doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. They like I said before, if everyone has some, if we all have, if we're all given this, like, very clear, glorious path, very few of us are walking that. And the sad part about it is that there's two ways to look at life. You could look at life half glass, you know, what is it? Glass half full or glass half empty. Mm-hmm. And I remember when I met Gary Vee, bro, this was, like, so powerful about meeting this man. You know, as someone that went through a little bit of spiritual, you know, mental health suffering, you know, and getting into Taoism and learning about yin and yang and good versus evil and peaks and valleys, I kind of got to a place I got to a place inside of my mind where I started to believe that life is good and bad, and it's like a constant. Good things are going to happen and bad things are going to happen. But then you meet someone like Gary Vee. And like what Gary Vee showed me was that maybe all of life could be good. Like think about Gary Vee. That dude follows his dreams and does what the fuck he loves every day. Like Gary Vee is a fucking main character. That I got this weird sense, and this could be totally wrong, but I got this weird sense from meeting Gary Vee that like his life is only good. And yeah, I'm sure there are bad days, but I think someone like a Gary Vee has this delusional optimism. He literally talks about delusional optimism that even if the bad things come, they're just lessons. So that's one thing that I would like to add about the whole free will and, you know, what is your destiny topic is that if you follow your destiny and you lean into what you're actually good at and you pay attention to the signs, your life could be like fucking glorious. Like your cup doesn't even have to be half full. You could have the whole fucking brewery if you want, you know? At least that's my hypothesis.
Yeah. No, bro, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everything is there for the taking. Like if you genuinely love something and you genuinely care, there is a way to find out and to figure it out and obviously be successful in it. And you know, that's kind of what, you know, we were speaking about the other day where it's like how far do you take it? You know, how much do you push yourself to the limit to where you almost miss out on like the enjoyable things in life. And that's kind of I saw this post and I was going to read them to you because I didn't the other night. So this is kind of crazy because, you know, like you and I were speaking about like how we're just always ripping and running and there's never time to just slow down and I'm sure we do miss out on a lot of like just experiences and things that we might wish that we spent more time, you know, like caring about or just appreciating. And so this was a post talking about the 5 things people regret the most right before they died. They did a study at a hospice.
Yeah.
So at number 5, I wish I let myself be happier. At number 4, I wish I stayed in touch with my friends. At number 3, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Number 2, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. And number 1, I wish I had the courage to live a true life to myself rather than what others expected from me. And I mean, like, what I got from that list is like, you know, people lost time with like their loved ones and their friends and they didn't really appreciate all those moments because they were just always trying to make it and always trying to be the best. And as you do have to live that life, like I feel like you do have to find a balance in between the two. And I want to live that way because I mean, bro, you can't take the money with you. You know, you can't take the cars, the cameras, the jewelry, the watch. You can't take it all with you. So it's like, as yes, we do want to be successful as we can. Like, I think we gotta just be more cognitive of enjoying, you know, the times we have like with people and just experiences and memories. Cause like, bro, that's all it is. That's like the most important part to me of life is like, bro, money's cool, but it's like, I saw Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate had a clip today and he's like, yo, there's nothing better than just fucking chilling with your boys. He goes, that is the ultimate best thing in life. He said, yo, you guys could have $12 fucking dollars sitting on the floor with nothing to eat and you guys could have the best fucking time of your life, you know? And like think about it, would you trade, one last moment with all your boys? Because, everyone's getting older, bro. Like, dudes is going to have families, fucking kids and wives, and people are moving around the country. Like, you may not be able to do that anymore. And like, think about how many friends you and I have just lost over time. Like people that were like our right-hand man, and I get it. That's just, the evolution of life, but it is sad.
Yeah, bro. I think it all starts with just putting the fucking phone down. You know? I think that's where it fucking starts, man, cuz it's like like it's crazy, bro, because like I've found myself one of the reasons when you're in, bro, like, do you remember like sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, like how fun it used to be just to chill with your homies and like play video games and like ride bikes around town and do whatever?
Yeah. Like best times. Like you had no responsibility, you had no care, you had no stress, you had nothing.
Bro, some of the best times I've ever had in my life. So one thing that I used to love growing up, bro, was cruise ships because I was an only child. So there's something about going on a cruise, bro, and and leaving your life behind and like getting to be like almost someone new for a week, you know? And that's just like, I don't know, something about cruises, bro, but I was thinking about like going on a cruise now, and I know on cruise ships they have Wi-Fi now. Back in the day, cruise ship, they didn't have
Right.
Wi-Fi. So
Well, you
like
didn't even have a phone. Like,
you
you know
didn't
what I
have,
mean? Like,
no,
you didn't have an iPhone, at least. You had what? A fucking Envy? A BlackBerry, maybe?
yeah, bro, like you just couldn't, like you couldn't, the whole point is you couldn't communicate with people. The only communication you could do was like in person with them. And I was thinking about like, dude, like literally some of the most like endorphins, like dopamine I felt in my life have been on these cruise ships. And so like to your point about like chilling with the homies, about how that can be like the most fun, like I'm like beginning to remember like this past year and pay attention to like when I have a conversation with someone, am I on my phone? Are they on their phone? Have I been on my phone? And I think that like robs you of the, man, dude. The problem is, and I know this podcast has been all over the place, bro. And honestly, like I apologize to you and the viewer. Maybe it's good, you know what I'm saying? But like it's just it is kind of hard for me to focus at 11 fucking p.m., bro. But I I will say, just diving deep into the phone, because the phone goes with the phone actually goes with the go of the entire podcast. And man, it's just so hard. I personally feel like the best things in life are like, eh, maybe the best thing in life, bro, is just chilling with your homies.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's the fucking best thing in life, bro, is just chilling with your homies, having a good meal, having a good conversation, going for a walk, watching a sunset, sipping a fucking sipping a beer, having an intimate time with a woman, like all the. You're an idiot. Anyway, dude, the phone, like, but like now, like when we hang out with people, bro, we're just on our fucking phones, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that, I mean, the phone, obviously, as big of a utility as it is to our lives, and you can literally create an entire life from your hand, from a handheld device, which is pretty insane to think about that, maybe obviously less than 10 years ago, an iPhone just started scratching the surface. So it's like we need to use the phones obviously appropriately, where it's like, all right, like, is this going to be beneficial to our lives? But it's just like you said, like, bro, like when you're chilling with the boys, like whatever, or like you're actually speaking to someone, it's like put the phone down and just be present in that moment, because you know, you just don't want to, you don't want to be regretful. And to me, it's also like disrespectful to a certain degree, where it's like it's like if I can't speak to you without you having your phone in your hand
Right.
and looking down while I'm trying to talk, it's like fuck you. Like, I don't even want to talk to you anymore. It's like,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
the point?
Yep. Yep.
And we're all victims of that. Like, victims and freaking we do it. We can't. It's so hard, and they did this for a reason. This was a science. Like, this just didn't happen. Like,
Yeah. Right.
this was a strategic plan by the creators to create some level of just
Highly addicting.
attention. Yeah, just like addicting with the colors, the sounds, the way apps move, the just everything, and it was obviously like a study done on just brain, on like the way the human brain works and how we're going to react to it. But I believe in we tend to forget that we have full control over our mind at all times, and we kind of allow excuses to pop in and oh no, this is happening because of this, and it's like, no, like I can decide to just stop what I'm doing, or I can decide to do the right thing in this situation. And that's, I feel, when you have reached a certain level as a human where it's like, all right, I know I'm in total control of my brain and my mind. I'm not going to let outside things dictate how I feel or how I think or how I act. I'm going to be, the main character of my own life, of my own body. As many thoughts come in your mind. I mean, I do it in even playing golf. I feel like I have this voice in my head. Like, there's so many times, like right before I'm about to hit the ball, it's like this like little voice in my head, like, don't fuck up, like, don't chunk it, don't fucking, and I'm just, and then I do it. And so it's like, I literally have a battle every time I get to the tee, but every time I swing a golf club, I have a battle with my mind, and I have like the devil and the angel on my shoulders, and one's like, don't chunk it, don't fuck up, don't fucking, and then the other one's like, yo, just relax, just breathe, just have fun, just keep your head down, and it's just like, that's why I enjoy golf so much, because like, as frustrating as it is, it's such a mental battle between yourself. You're trying to hit something not even moving, and it's the fucking hardest thing to do in the world.
Wow. All right, hey viewers, welcome back. I was just speaking with I listened to every word Zach was saying, and I completely fucking lost my train of thought. But so I'm going to completely go on to the next topic, and I really just want to congratulate you, bro, because while you were speaking, bro, like I was thinking about like, yo man, like yo, you've gotten like much better at speaking, bro.
Yeah, I think so.
No, dude, you really have. Like, I don't even think you notice it, But like, bro, like you're really good at podcasting, bro.
Appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Bro.
nah, bro. Like, I really mean that, man. Cause like, bro, like nah, bro. Like, I think we were talking about destiny before, and bro, there's a reason why it's 11 p.m. and you have to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, and you're able to show up to the podcast and be able to be so on,
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I think for you, and again, this is so off topic, but bro, I think the journey is going to be big soon, bro. I think before we even know it, which is going to be dope, because like, bro, it was never one of the things that's like honestly fucking me up, bro, and like I think it's even fucking me up a little bit on this podcast, is like some of the best conversations we had were when clips didn't exist, when Instagram Reels didn't exist, TikToks didn't exist, where when we would just shoot a fucking podcast for 2 hours and we would just go off and just be in the moment having a conversation. And one thing I'm excited about, bro, is like for the long form podcast to get some love. Once the channel starts getting, because bro, the long form, like people might like the clips, but it's like, bro, listen to the actual conversation. Like, if you listen to a Joe Rogan podcast, you can't even find, there are no more clips anymore. You have to go onto fucking Spotify and listen to the podcast. Bro, when I listen to a podcast to get something out of it, I don't like go look for a 30-second reel of it. I go type it in on my phone. I listen to the fucking hour-long podcast, and I feel like, bro, we've been dropping fucking bars on people. Bro, we could have came out with a course, like
Nah, seriously.
Like, we've been dropping fucking bars, bro, on people. I don't care what anyone fucking says, bro. Gary V, fucking this person, that person, like, bro, like, we really have been, like, I really feel like if people have been listening, we've been able to add value to people's lives. So I'm just saying, man, like, I certainly notice it in you. You're definitely getting fucking good at speaking. I'm excited, bro, for the TikTok to keep blowing up the same way it's blowing up. I'm excited for me to keep growing in the business world. And I think what's gonna happen, bro, is in 6 months we're gonna be able to meet in the middle with some real money, some more strategy, and things will fucking kick off, bro. And like I said, man, I'm just excited, bro, to get people to the wide version of these fucking podcasts.
Yeah, no, bro, I agree 100%. No, I appreciate that for real, because I always like, I would love watching back the clips, just listening to you, because like I would learn a lot, obviously, from you, like the way you spoke and the way you carried yourself, and your energy, your confidence, charisma, all that, and obviously I learned to, and I feel like that's why we have such a good dynamic, because we're so on polar opposites of like how we present things, and how we talk, and I feel like that's why it does create a good dynamic. And obviously that's why I wanted to bring you on as like a co-host. I was like, I would love to do this full time. And sure, I got a little bit of success on TikTok, and it's like, yeah, it's cool, like I'm happy, but like what's keeping me going is kind of what you talked about. It's like, in like 6 months, or like 6 months to 6 to 8 months, whatever, however,
right, a year,
however long
whatever.
from now, whatever it is, like that's the thing that's like keeping me going. So it's like, I feel like there's like three things. Like, one, I just genuinely enjoy this. Like, all I do, I watch podcasts, I like to edit it, I like to make the clips, I watch clips on TikTok. So like, I genuinely enjoy this. Two, I know how much value you and I can bring to other people and to a community. That's all we need. Like, once we have a community of people, like, I understand what we can do for them. And of course, like, that brings to that like selfless or selfish, we're doing things for other people to eventually have it come back to us. And it's like anything in life you do, like, yes, you can stick your foot out and just be a good person for other people. But at the end of the day, of course, everything you're trying to better yourself and better your situation. So
Right.
I would love to monetize off of this, and then we can make money while we are helping people. And I'm not asking for fucking donations, but that's just what comes with it, with ad rev and sponsorships and brand deals and all that stuff like that, of course. And then honestly, the third thing is, it's just the fact that, kind of like what I said earlier, I can almost like taste it, where I'm like, yo, like I'm a few tweaks away. I'm like a one thought, one guest, like one type of situation away from like really taking this thing to the next level. And that's why I told you, like, I'm not tied to anything. Like, yes, I love basketball. Like, if I have an opportunity to play, I'm going to pursue that, and I'm going to bring the podcast in with me. If I coach, I'm going to coach, and I'm going to do that with me. If I join fucking with you in Miami and we're killing it over there with the content game, I'm doing that too. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not tied to anything, but this mic and like this platform can go wherever I go. So it's like, it's only to me, it's not if, but when.
Let's fucking go, bro. Let's fucking go. That is such a banging. That that's just like, I just love hearing it, man. You sound on fucking purpose, bro.
Yeah.
You sound fucking on purpose, man. Nah, man. I mean, dude, I resonate with every single thing that you've said, bro. And jumping into the first thing, bro. I think that what's so crazy, bro, is I think that in the beginning, it really is amazing, bro. I think in the beginning, bro, I've had almost a tendency to over talk and maybe carry some conversations. But truthfully, bro, like you've been the guy to carry this whole fucking conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at where you're at, bro. Like, I'm actually honored, bro, to be the co-host of your podcast. I'm actually fired up. I'm fired up, I'm fired up to keep going. I almost even want to take it more serious, you know?
Yeah.
Because now it's like, dude, like we've proven the concept, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There is something fucking here. But you said so much. One thing I want to talk about, because I was talking about this the other day. There's two things. Number one, I was just having this conversation before. Yeah, you have to think about the position that we're in. You just said it. All you have to do, you can taste the success. You can taste the podcast blowing, this and that. All you have to do is dial in a couple things. That's how I fucking feel about filmmaking and business and success. All the hard work is done for you. Learning how to learning how to set up the podcast is not the hard part. The hard part is doing 150 of them and staying consistent. And 3 years later, when you get 13 views on a YouTube video, posting fucking 5 reels a day. And you, my friend, are fucking doing that. The hard part isn't fucking picking up a fucking camera and learning how to do it. The hard part is traveling across the country. The hard part is traveling across the country when you're negative in your bank account and you have no idea how you can even afford the ticket, but you somehow make it happen. But then I did that fucking 200 times this year. So we're at the point now where I think it's such a smoking gun because the hard part's over. All we have to do now is tweak a couple fucking things.
Yeah.
I
agree, bro.
And on the other side of that, bro, I got my biggest. You were talking about money and how you don't think it's a bad thing if we can get some money for doing this, bro. I got my biggest paycheck ever was this past week. Jay was filming me. My biggest paycheck ever was this past week. You saw it. I'm not gonna say the number because whatever, it doesn't matter. But with that paycheck, one thing I'm realizing about money, bro, is that money is just a fucking tool. It's just a tool. Yeah. That's all it is. Like, so it's not, like, for instance, if we get paid for the podcast because people are genuinely getting value out of it, well, what do we do with that money? It's not like we go to the fucking strip club. We take that money and we get better microphones. We
Put
get
it back into the business.
better yeah, we get more tools. We get more tools, And that's one thing I want to say to people, because I know certain people have a tough time charging what they're worth, charging prices in general. Mad people have talents that they could be making a lot of money on. Even in 2022, bro, like people fucking whatever. I'm not gonna go into the whole thing, but one thing I'll say, and maybe we can kind of wrap on this, and you can give me your thoughts is when you it's just, bro, money is just a tool. The same way, bro, if you want to build a house, you need a fucking hammer. You need wood. You need this. You need that. If we want a big fucking podcast, we need tools to build it. This past week, bro, with that paycheck that I received, I was able to get new lights, new gimbal, new tripod, new this, new that. And now the videos that I make for other people are going to be better because I was able to
Yeah.
get new fucking tools, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, bro. I
So,
mean, I agree. Like, that's the most important thing. It's reinvesting back into yourself, believing in yourself. Taking the money you make with your business and with your passion and continuing to grow. If you don't enhance what you have, then you're gonna plateau and you're gonna stay the same. So you got to keep up with the game, and you got to just keep going, like we always talk about, and just keep investing, keep growing, and just keep applying all the things we learned, from reading, watching podcasts, seeing the people before us do it, and just kind of following those footsteps. And then, like you said, like dialing in and making these minor tweaks to obviously make it our own and make it,
yeah.
our own original of how we want to do things. So
Yeah.
that's really all it is, bro. Now I know it's late. We got. I'm sure you got a busy day tomorrow. I do as well. Got to get up in a
Every
couple
goddamn day.
hours.
Yeah, bro.
So this was dope, bro. This was cool. I'm looking forward to see how your shot comes out with mine, how we bounce it. This will be cool. And maybe this will be something as, when you are in Miami, this is something we could do. Just to keep it going. To always,
No,
keep it going.
Yeah, no, let's keep it going. I think actually this is going to be a historical episode. Anyone that made it through the video, I know at times. I mean, we'll edit it, to make my pauses a little bit less apparent because I know at times it seemed like I was all over the place. But I think overall, bro, this was actually a great episode. I think that it's going to be historic. I think this episode is more so for me and you.
Yeah.
I that's what I think, man. Bro. Again, man, I think that 6 to 8 months to a year thing that we were speaking about, I really believe it's close, bro. I'm gonna call you after this just to speak about this podcast in general and just speak about. I want to speak to you about all the things, bro, that are going on because, bro, I want to, realistically, bro, I want to make. I you know what I'm saying? I think we have a good dynamic, bro, and I could use your help on some things, bro. So.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no, I'm all for it, bro. Appreciate you, man. This was good.
It was
but
good,
yeah,
bro.
no, we'll chop it up right after this.
Shell, yo, thank you for watching. If you got here, fucking thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, for real. Appreciate you guys.